This video will show you how to remove and replace the belt on a Whirlpool or Kenmore electric dryer. Safety first, so always disconnect power before servicing any electrical appliance. The dryers that we're going to be working on are the type that have the lint trap up on top of the deck, or known as the 80 series on the Kenmore or 70 series in the Whirlpools. First thing you have to do to open the machine up is remove these two screws that hold the deck down onto the lint trap tube. So go ahead and use a Phillips head screwdriver to remove these screws. Be careful not to drop them down inside the lint trap opening, otherwise you'll be having to find a way to get those out of there. You have to take the whole machine, the back apart, and take the air riser tube off to get to it then. Now to open the top, once those screws are removed, grab the back corner and pull it towards you, and then lift up on the front. And do this on both sides, and the top will just open right up. And have something to lean it against, a wall or something that you're prepared for that. Next thing we want to do is locate the harness connector for the door switch. And that's a door switch down there, but mainly what I'm interested in is this connector. Now be careful, all these sharp edges around the inside of the machine, they're very sharp and they'll cut you very easily, so make sure you're not going to get up against that and get cut. Use a small flat blade screwdriver and pry each side of the connector up over the little notch that locks it in place, and it will just pull right apart. Again, be careful not to cut yourself on any of the sharp edges on the machines. Next thing I'm going to do is remove the two 5/16 screws that hold the front panel on. They're just below the top edge, and you should be able to see them right away when you look in there to the area where I'm unscrewing this first screw from. Just use 5/16 and remove both of them. Be careful not to drop them down in the machine. Of course, if you do, you'll be able to get to it in a minute anyways, but you just want to make sure you don't drop them. Now that I've removed the 5/16 screws, I'm just going to lift up gently on the tub and then pull straight up and then out on the front panel. The whole panel will come disengaged and come right off. There's two clips down at the bottom that the panel sits into. We'll show you those when we're putting the panel back on here in a minute. Now I'm going to look down here. This belt wasn't broken, but it was slipped off the tensioner there, as you can see off to the side of the tensioner wheel. So to remove the belt, you have to bend the tensioner towards the pulley and then lift the belt right off of that pulley on the motor. It's just very simple. You have to bend that tensioner or release the tension from it by pushing it towards the motor or towards the pulley. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove the entire drum on this one, and you don't have to only doing just the belt. You can go ahead and take the belt off and put the new belt on. But if you do take the drum off, you always want to make sure that the felt is not folded under against the bulkhead. So use a putty knife or a flat blade screwdriver and turn the drum all the way around and make sure that felt is folded out. If it's folded under, you want to make sure you get it folded out so that it's not bent under. It can generate too much heat there, and it is a fire hazard to have it bent under. Now once I've got the felt right all the way around, I'm using just a soda pop can to hold the drum up in place when I go, so I can put the belt back on. Just use anything if you're doing this by yourself. If you have someone to help, you can have them hold it in place as well. But I didn't when I was making this video, so I'll just use it, like I said, a soda pop can or something to hold that up. And now you can see the belt tensioner is actually locked into some slots on the bottom of the machine. So once you've got that first clip, part of the clip, or the front part of the clip into its slot, and then you just slide the back pins down into their part, that locks it in place. Now just take the belt and center it, and then loop it through the little opening there and make that little loop, and that loop goes around the pulley on the motor. You want to make sure, of course, that the belt was straight all the way around and that the splines or the grooves on the belt were facing the drum. And it's real simple there. You release the tension on it, and it's got tension on it now. We're prepared for going ahead and reinstalling the front panel, so let's take a look at it. At the top you have speed clips where the screws were screwed into. At the bottom you have two square holes Here's a closer view of it, and that's what's going to go on the clips on the bottom front panel of the dryer. Here's the clip on the left front, and here's the clip on the right front. So make sure those are still there, they didn't come off for some reason. And then your speed clips up at the top look something like this. Make sure the hole on the speed clip mounts is even with the hole on the panel itself. And that's where the screw hole is that the 5/16 screws came out of, that will line up with the speed clips. So to reinstall this, grab the panel and take it and position it right in front of the machine like it goes. Go ahead and hold the drum up and remove that Coke can if you have something down there holding it up. And what you want to do now is those clips on the front of the dryer, you want to align the bottom holes from the front door panel and just set those into it. And once those are in, you can lift up on the drum and pull the whole panel just right into position where it goes. Okay, now that it's in position, the bottom clips are already in. The top still needs the 5/16 screws, but I'm going to go ahead and check the drum and make sure that the belt is lined where it used to be before. You should see a mark on the drum from the previous belt. And again, you want to make sure that that felt is folded out against the bulkhead all the way around as well, and that it didn't fold under while you were moving anything around. So just make sure that the belt is straight all the way around, and it's not going to slip off of the pulley or off of the belt tensioner when we first turn it on. So you want to get it straight all the way around the drum. Now that I'm satisfied with that, I'll go ahead and reinstall the 5/16 screws back into the same hole they came out of. Again, it goes through the hole and into the speed clip. I'm just going to get these two started and then I'll tighten them. And also, while I'm here on this side, I'm going to go ahead and reattach the harness connector for the door switch. If you don't reconnect that, when you go to use the dryer, it won't work. It'll think the door is open all the time. So do not forget to reattach that. Retighten the screws. Again, this is a 5/16 size, and be very careful not to drop anything down the machine. You have to take everything back apart again to get to it. Now that that's done, we're ready to close the top back down, and just those black mounting clips need to align on the notches on the top of the lid, and it just snaps down. Once the lid is closed, go ahead and reinstall the Phillips head screws that were holding the deck onto the lint trap tube, and that will complete the job that we're doing on changing the belt.